Well, let's start with the big story that is playing out in the capital of Tamil Nadu. The united AIADMK faction has taken crucial decisions at its General Council meet of the party. Now, the party, it is being reported, has decided to merge all AIADMK factions and retrieve the party's two leaves symbol. Now, all appointments made by Jayalalitha will continue is what the resolution says, which essentially means that the party has formally expelled jailed leader VK Sasikala from the General Secretary's post. Right, and for more on this, we are joined in by my colleague Revati Rajivan, who's tracking all the details for us from Chennai. Revati, what is the latest that has happened here? It's being said that, all appointments made by Jayalalitha will continue.
Well, as speculated, as expected, the General Council meeting today has taken the decision that Sasikala has been sacked from the party position, very clearly stating that all the appointments made by Jayalalitha while she was alive will stand, which means that Sasikala has absolutely no power and position in the party, according to the General Council meeting that was held today. But now what is to see is how the TTV Dinakaran group is going to respond to this, because remember, even yesterday TTV Dinakaran had made it very clear that he would not hesitate to pull down the government. And if we go by the number of affidavits that the governor has received from the TTV group, that is 19 AIADMK MLAs and 3 independent MLAs, that's 22 MLAs affidavits with the governor. It states that they do not have faith in the Chief Minister anymore and that they are withdrawing their support, which means that at the moment, Edappadi Palaniswamy, the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, does not enjoy a majority in the House. If TTV Dinakaran manages to pull more MLAs, already the E. Palaniswamy side has, does not have the simple majority to hold on to the government. And if TTV Dinakaran manages to pull more of it, the DMK, the opposition, is also all set to call for a trust vote. They have already said that they are going to approach the Madras High Court. They have been giving their, they have been submitting to the governor and the speaker as well to hold a trust vote, asking the Chief Minister to prove his majority in the House. So the opposition is also all set to do that. And now, if at all there is a trust vote and TTV Dinakaran manages to keep his MLAs, then the obvious result would be that the government would fall. Also, there are a lot of other technicalities that will come into play, that once the assembly is in session, if the MLAs and the AIADMK, the TTV Dinakaran group vote against the government, will they face an anti-defection law? That is also a speaker's prerogative there. So a lot of, and once they're disqualified, what next? A lot of these possibilities are still, in the pipeline. So as of now, yes, Sasikala has been sacked as per the decisions by the EPS and OPS, but whether or not that will stand, considering her position already disputed and before the Election Commission, that is also remains to be seen.
Absolutely, Revati. Now, it is all a game of speculations, because as of now, it's very unclear as to what will be the future of this government, whether there will be a trust vote, or whether this government, if in the event of a trust vote, will be able to garner majority. But the question which I would like to ask you is, immediately after this, now OPS and EPS, both of them strong personalities, will they be able to work together?
Well, that is the idea at the moment, the calling of the General Council meeting and claiming that they have had 95% here was a clear show of strength of the EPS and OPS factions that have merged, showing that they are the real leaders of the party and it is not TTV who is going on making decisions. That was, primarily a goal of this meeting, so to say. But at the moment, now what will happen is, with Jayalalitha being the Secretary, remaining as the General Secretary of the party, all the powers of the General Secretary will be transferred to Selvam. The steering committee that was formed in the party earlier to take decisions and go forward with regards to the party planning, that steering committee will at the moment here on take decisions for the party and work for the party. So more or less the power has gone into the hands of Selvam as far as the party is concerned, and with regards to government, the Chief Minister Edappadi Palaniswamy will head there.
Absolutely, Revati. We'll have to leave there. Thank you very much indeed for joining us from Chennai and bringing us up to speed as to what is happening within the AIADMK. Some interesting times ahead. It now remains to be seen what will be the course of action for TTV Dinakaran now that VK Sasikala and Dinakaran have both been sacked from the party officially. Will TTV Dinakaran bite the bullet and will he bring down the government is of course what everyone is watching with anticipation in Tamil Nadu. Has of course taken some crucial decisions at its General Council meeting of the party. The party has decided to merge all AIADMK factions. This of course is the big development that is taking place in Chennai in Tamil Nadu after so many twists and turns that we have noticed that have been taking place within the AIADMK. It now remains to be seen as to how permanent these new changes are. Officially, the OPS and EPS faction, they've now come together and they have sacked Sasikala and TTV Dinakaran, the person who is said to be causing a big headache for the AIADMK. And also with this, what is perhaps being signalled is that the AIADMK government within the state of Tamil Nadu would try and forge for a sort of a closer alliance with the centre. At the time of the cabinet reshuffle on the 3rd of September, it was also being speculated that a few of the members of the AIADMK could be incorporated within the cabinet of Prime Minister Modi. That of course did not take place, but this is significant considering the ramifications this is likely to have. Ever since the demise of J. Jayalalitha on the 5th of December, there's been a big power vacuum, and we've seen there are three competing actors who've been calling the shots within the AIADMK. There is O. Paneerselvam, who was the immediate choice, and then after that it was E. Palanisamy, and then there was Sasikala, who's now cooling her heels in prison after being convicted in a disproportionate assets case. And of course, our colleague Revati Rajivan, who is presently in Chennai, is tracking all the details for us in these very, very complex developments which are taking place presently in Tamil Nadu. So Revati, break it down for us. Officially, Sasikala and TTV Dinakaran have been sacked, but the question is, can the AIADMK still hold on to power without the Sasikala and the TTV Dinakaran faction?
Well, the immediate reaction from TTV Dinakaran at the moment has been flashing out an entire list of new members of the party on the party mouthpiece channel, that's the JRTV. So, which means that TTV Dinakaran has not given up. He had made it clear yesterday as well, putting out statements saying that he wouldn't hesitate to pull down the government if need be. So, and he had maintained that all throughout, saying that if VK Sasikala and he is removed from the party, then the next immediate step would be to pull down the government. And if we go by the number of affidavits that the governor has received from the TTV Dinakaran group, that is 19 ADMK MLAs plus the 3 independent MLAs, he does have the strength at the moment to topple the government. All this while, he has not done that. He has only gone on to threaten PS and OPS factions, saying that he will pull down the government to make sure that the PS and OPS factions take them also into confidence, take their conditions also into consideration. So perhaps he was giving way to make sure that the government does not fall, because at the moment none of the party leaders, irrespective of which group they belong to, want the government to fall. But it seems like the TTV Dinakaran group will now have to play the last of their cards, because they have only choice at the moment left with them is to pull down the government at the moment, because VK Sasikala as the General Secretary has been sacked, TTV Dinakaran as the Deputy General Secretary has been sacked, and today's General Council meeting was a huge show of strength here, claiming that at least 95% of them were present for the meeting, saying that they are sacking the General Secretary and the Deputy General Secretary was a clear show of strength, saying that they are the real leaders. But now the ball is in the TTV Dinakaran court.
Absolutely, Revati. I'll have to interrupt you there, because we're also joined in by Mr. Gyani Shankaran, who is a political analyst from Chennai, who's joining us. Mr. Shankaran, how do you view this development? The OPS, EPS faction, they've come together and they've now officially sacked the Sasikala and TTV Dinakaran from being any official office bearers within the party. But the question now is, can the AIADMK government now survive in Tamil Nadu?
See, this development was quite expected, and the two factions coming together and Sasikala being expert was expected. So what is happening is only what is expected. The next move would be to get the two lead symbol, now that they are united. So they will be gearing up for the local body elections, and Dinakaran will have to go fighting down.
They will have to go fighting down. Now, considering the kind of position that TTV Dinakaran has been put into, do you believe that he'll stay quiet, or do you believe that he would actually pull the rug from underneath the feet of the AIADMK government at this point of time?
In fact, he will not be able to topple the government because his 10 MLAs could also.
No, but he's saying that he has the support of almost 21 MLAs there.
That's what he's claiming. But now that no more MLA wants the government to be toppled, that is the real truth.
Okay, now this is how it plays out. AIADMK, the combined faction, claims that they have the support of 124 people. 117 is the majority. If TTV Dinakaran takes his flock of MLAs and joins the DMK, as he is threatened to perhaps do, then the DMK and the TTV Dinakaran faction will have 119 MLAs. So they together can actually form the government, while the OPS-EPS faction could be sitting in the opposition then.
DMK would not do it because DMK would lose its credibility, which starts aligning with an ADMK faction.
Right.
Because throughout DMK...
Right, we seem to have lost the phone line there, but this of course is a very interesting development that has taken place. Sasikala and TTV Dinakaran have just been sacked from the party, but the question now is, how much longer will this government be able to hold on to power in the state of Tamil Nadu?